Hello and welcome to Only Connect. Do you know what I hate? I hate the fact that because I'm female and a bit of a nerd, a bit of a quizzer, people assume I'd be no good at DIY. One of the crew, Glyn, said to me earlier, I bet you don't even know what B&Q is. I certainly do know what B&Q is. It's Banquo with the vowels removed. Well, that shut Glyn right up. Joining me tonight are, on my right, Nick Anderson, a development manager who appeared on television as the only boy in his local brownie pack. David Borman, a lecturer who once shared a bag of crisps with Lembit Opik. And their captain, Michael Taylor, a litigation consultant who was once chased by a nun with a broom. United by a craving for cricket, they are the Wickets. How do you all know each other?
We all play cricket for the same club in South Manchester.
Are you good at cricket, or is it just for fun?
Nick is. We are not.
Excellent. Well, let's hope you're good at quizzing. Your opponents are, on my left, Marianne Johnson, a music therapist who was delayed in a supermarket queue by Graham Norton's patisserie tree. Ivan Brett, a children's author who can sing How Much Is That Doggy in the Window backwards. And their captain, Thomas Halliday, a paleontologist and author who tripped over Lady Grantham from Downton Abbey while looking for a canapé at a Hans Zimmer concert. All members of the Crouch End Festival Chorus, they are the choristers. So all musical, you're presumably actively looking forward to the music question.
I mean, you'd think that. I'll be sitting back and letting my teammates take the flak and immediately absolving myself of all responsibility on that front.
Well, let's find out whether you even get that question by playing the quiz. What's the connection between four apparently random clues? That's what I want to know. Wickets, you won the toss, so you'll be going first. Please choose an Egyptian hieroglyph.
The twisted flax, please.
OK, the twisted flax. You'll be seeing the first in a series of apparently random clues. The fewer clues you need to give me the right answer, the more points you get. Your time starts now.
S, United States. Next, please. C, Europe, South America. I don't know. Next, please. Why Japan? Is that going to be yen Japan? Dollars. It's maybe going up as GDP. Next, please.
It's a rupee. It's half a rupee in India.
Oh no, it's the currency with it. Yeah. They are the currencies for those places with a line missing from the symbol.
They are currency symbols with the bars removed. Yes, where should the bars be and what currency does it make?
Well, it's the dollar, which should be vertical in that. The euro horizontal. The yen is also...
Horizontal.
Is it horizontal? Yeah, and...
There's a couple of horizontal lines there.
OK. And rupee should be vertical, I assume.
No, actually, it's horizontal lines at the top, and then the down bit of the R is actually missing for the rupee. Right, okay. You know the comedian Dimitri Martin, who won the Perry Award in 2003? He said the dollar sign is the perfect symbol for a shish kebab. Well done. They are currency symbols with the bars removed. Choristers, what would you like?
We'll have the water, please.
The water question. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
OK, next, please. Next, please. Is there a word that goes in the middle or something? Thinking next, please. And so wolf hall is a... OK. So if you put the word wolf before the first word, you get a word which means the second word. So wolf hall is a book.
Exactly so. And oddly, I can't pronounce this word at all without sounding like an idiot. So can you do this with just all the clues and tell me what they are?
Well, Wolf Alice is apparently a band.
Yeah, Mercury nominated recently.
Excellent.
A wolf whistle is, well, a whistle. That's, yeah, okay. Because Wolf Hall is a book by Hilary Mantel. And Wolf Blass is
a brand of wine.
Yeah. Exactly so. And do you know the names of the other books in that series by Hilary Mantel?
Bring Up the Bodies.
Is the second one? The third one is The Mirror and the Light. And Hilary Mantel has announced that it's a trilogy and that will be the last book, which means it can never be an Only Connect round 2 question. When our question editor, Mr. Whaley Cohen, heard that it would be the third book, he ran out of the room in a rage. The other question editor came in, Mr. McGackie, he was fine with it. He was OK with it. But you get 1 point. Well done. Wickets, back to you for a question.
2 reeds, please.
2 reeds. OK, what is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Oh, next, please. Oh, they're fictional games. They're board games, I think. Yeah, I think they're fictional board games. I think they're fictional board games.
Very well done. Coming in after 2 clues, you get 3 points. They are fictional board games. Let's have a look at all the clues, see if you can tell me where they come from.
Well, Jumanji comes from Jumanji.
Yeah.
I've never heard of Eels and Escalators or Dead Jarek, but The Cones of Dunshire was created by the character Ben in Parks and Recreation.
That's right. Wow, so you buzzed in only recognising one of the clues?
Yeah, because I don't. It's so esoteric. I couldn't think it would be anything else.
Do you know what Dead Jarek is over there?
No idea, no.
They play it in Star Wars, and C-3PO says, "Let the Wookiee win." They're playing it in the original Star Wars. Eels and Escalators is a game in SpongeBob SquarePants, and Jumanji, of course, in the film. They're all fictional board games. Very well gambled. Choristers, what would you like?
We'll have the Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. Still not the music question. That is still lurking in the bottom of the tile bag, like the Z in Scrabble. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Might be a parody. Okay, next, please. Next, please. It's entirely blank. They're entirely blank.
You've also come in early. You get 2 points. They're all blank. Let's have a look at the last clue. Tell me about these things.
So Blackadder's map of the Cape of Good Hope, in the episode Potato, he's going to try and outdo Sir Walter Raleigh and is given a map and is asked to fill it in as he goes along. In Doctor Who, the Doctor has blank paper which shows the reader what they want the Doctor to be, or what the Doctor wants them to think
Exactly
he or
so.
she is. And, well, I mean, the others are presumably sort of parody books that just had no content and just entirely blank pages.
The Wit and Wisdom of Ronald Reagan was actually an LP. It was Stiff Records in 1980. Side A was the Wit of Ronald Reagan. Side B was the Wisdom of Ronald Reagan. There's absolutely nothing on it. What Every Man Thinks About Apart from Sex. The author, Sheridan Samuv, I've got a quote here, said it was a completely blank book. The book is the result of 39 years of painstaking research and practical study into the subject. I left nothing to chance and really threw myself into my work. After many years of hard work, I finally realised that men think of absolutely nothing apart from sex. It was a shocking conclusion, and I realised that the world needed to be informed of my findings. And you can actually buy it now on Kindle. Today it's £5.63. All completely blank. Very well done. Back to you, Wickets for choice.
The Lion, please.
Lion. OK, these are going to be picture clues. What connects them? Here's the first.
OK, next, please. And you don't know what cheese it is. No, good. Next, please.
That's Lizzie Yarnold. She was in Yarn.
Next, please. Sorry.
What is that called?
Oh. Yeah.
That's Cornish Yarn.
OK, so just... OK, we just go... Right. We go for they each contain yar, so Y-A-R in the answer.
They all contain yar. In fact, they all begin with yar. That's absolutely right. What are we looking at?
we know that's Lizzie Yarnold, the third one.
Lizzie Arnold, yes, the most successful British Winter Olympian of all time. Won consecutive golds 2014, 2018 in the skeleton.
Cornish yar?
Yarger.
Yarger?
Yarg, yes, it was produced in the 1980s on Bodmin Moor by Alan Gray, the farmer, and the name is backwards for Gray. The other two?
I think you probably know more about cards than I do.
That's a bridge hand. It's exactly the kind of bridge hand I usually get. A Yarborough, which means there is no card higher than a 9. It's a really terrible bridge hand. And that fourth clue, that has many names, that hat, but here in its capacity as a yarmulke. Very well done. Again, you gambled, recognising only one clue, and you were right. So that means the music clue is waiting to sing to you. Lovely. What is the connection between these musical clues? Here's the first.
Smith's shop.
Okay, next, please. One more. Next,
You
please.
see, Oliver, in this life, one thing counts in the bank. Large
Pick a
amounts.
pocket or two.
I'm afraid these don't grow on trees.
Shoplifting.
You see,
stealing.
Oliver,
These are all about stealing things.
They are all about stealing things. Very well done. What did we hear?
We heard...
We heard Shoplifters of the World Unite by the Smiths.
That's right.
we heard Got to Pick a Pocket or Two from Oliver.
Yep.
And we don't actually know what the second one is.
That was the Thieving Magpie,
Oh,
the
yes.
overture to Rossini's La Gazza Ladra. And we didn't hear Stand and Deliver by Adam Williams. But you didn't need it because you came in early. Well done. And that means at the end of round one, the Wickets have 5 points, the Choristers have 5 points. Neck and neck then into the sequences round. This time the teams may see up to 3 clues before telling me what would come fourth in a sequence. Wickets, you'll be going first again. Which hieroglyph would you like?
Can we try water, please?
Yes, you can. You'll be seeing the first in a series of water clues. I want to know what would come fourth. Your time starts now.
Next, please. Okay. So next, please. I have no I'm just going to go.
3 seconds.
First, the Iliad.
Not the answer, I'm afraid. Choristers, do you know?
First, Discovery.
Not it either. Why would that be?
I mean, mostly because we're just guessing randomly, really, but...
It can be the best way to guess. The answer is First, the Big One. Does that help?
Oh, is it roller coasters?
It is roller coasters. These are the tallest roller coasters in the UK, going up to the big one. How high do you think that is? Is it Blackpool Pleasure Beach?
No,
Let's say not that high. Let's say 95 metres.
That's very high.
That's 21 metres.
Well, it's 71 metres, but for those who think in feet, that's 235 feet. That'd be awful. Like, roller coasters would be stuck. Why is that nice? Why would anyone want to do that?
Yeah, I agree.
Here's another question. What record relating to roller coasters was broken at Southend-on-Sea in 2010?
Longest time spent on a roller coaster?
No, that was actually in 2007. Richard Rodriguez spent 406 hours on roller coasters, although he did have a 5-minute break every hour, which is...
Doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count. No, the one at 2010, something happened. They were all naked. 102 people were naked on the Green Scream roller coaster in 2010. I would say the only thing that could make going on a roller coaster worse than it already is, everyone's naked. Not my idea of an afternoon out. So no points there. Choristers, what would you like?
We'll have the Horned Viper.
OK. What would be the fourth in this series of picture clues? Here's the first.
Next, please. No. I think we can go for Bluefish. I think we would see Michael Fish blue.
We will see Michael Fish blue. Not nude, let me clarify. It's nothing to do with a roller coaster. Lovely blue Michael Fish. Well gambled. What's happening here?
This is 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish.
1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. You'll see it's the communist Michael Fish there. 2, 3, the red one. And 4, a little bit depressed under the blue umbrella. And what is 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish?
It's a book by Dr. Seuss.
It is a book by Dr. Seuss. Very well done. Excellent early gamble. Very gutsy quizzing from everybody this evening. I like it. Wickets, what would you like?
The Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. OK, what will come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
OK, nothing really there, is it? Next, please. Is it just going to be 4 of 3, 4? That's far too obvious, isn't it? Next, please. 3 of 3. What's the number? Any ideas?
No, it's nothing to do with factors, I don't think. We've got 4 to
Yeah.
It's going to be 4 of 3, isn't it? Probably. 4 of 3, 12. I don't quite know why.
Okay, we just guessed. 4 of 3, 12.
Not it, I'm afraid. Choristers, would you like to have a go?
4 of 3, 0.
Not it, but thank you for winning me £5. Regular viewers will know that I sometimes like to have a little bet with the question editors about whether an answer is gettable, whether I can even explain it in such a way that makes you think you could ever have got it. The way into this question is to think, how could it be something of 3 when there must be 4 to be a round 2 question? And it is about 3 letters. The first number, which has 3 letters in its written name, is the number 1, O-N-E. The second is 2, T-W-O. The third number that would be written out in 3 letters would be 6, S-I-X, so it's 4 of 3, 10. T-E-N is about the number of letters in that number's name if you write it out. What a horrible question. Why does anyone watch Never Mind Play? I know that's what people are thinking. I know that's what they're thinking. Choristers, back to you for a choice.
We'll have Twisted Flax, please.
The Twisted Flax. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next, please. Oh, OK. Next, please.
Q-R, like a sign.
For the letter, because that doesn't work right. So second person.
Yep.
Second person singular of to be.
Yes, I suppose so. I think I would have said the third person plural, but yes, second person singular of to be would absolutely work. And what's the reason?
These are homophones for O, P, Q and R.
That's exactly right. O, exclamation of surprise. P, a small green legume. Q of people, and something representing R. Very well done. Those questions fell a bit unluckily for you, didn't they, Wickets? You got the really horrible word question that looked like a numbers question.
Well, let's make it a hat-trick with 2 reads.
OK, 2 reads. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
59th Street, so it's New York, presumably. Next, please. They are going to be streets in New York, probably, but 34th Street. We'll just go next, please. 110th Street. Are these going to be like the boundaries of?
There's 5 areas there, isn't there?
Yeah.
I did one that's an island.
I mean, I don't like. We're going to be guessing about the numbers, or is it just go like 5th Avenue or Madison Avenue or Wall Street? Just guess. Yeah. Go Wall Street.
Not it, I'm afraid. Choristers, do you know?
5th Avenue?
It is 5th Avenue. Unlucky again. And I heard you muttering something about boundaries.
Yeah.
What do you think the connection is?
Well, presumably they're the boundaries of a particular area in New York, and we did say 5th Avenue, but just went for the wrong one.
They went for the wrong one. It's Central Park.
Central Park.
The roads go round Central Park.
Yes.
Central Park is absolutely enormous. It's nearly twice the size of Monaco. And if you start at the bottom, 59th Street, and go clockwise, 5th Avenue will be coming down that side.
Right.
So, unlucky again. Choristers, you will get the last question of the round, the lion question. What will come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next, please.
It's a song, isn't it? Those go quack, fish go blah, blah.
Next, please.
What does the fox? Cows go. What does the fox? The fox. What does
Is that the answer? What does the fox say? Oh, fox equals question mark, I suppose.
Fox equals and then like a whole string of nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, all those answers are technically correct. There's,
Can we have 3 points then?
Oh, what I'd love to hear is an approximation of what the fox says.
Sort of a chim-chim, re-re, kind of all sorts of things.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Apparently I can take ring, ding, ding, ding-a-ring-a-ding, wah-pa-pa-pa-pow, hatty, hatty, ho, jacka-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, ow! I love it that some people that have switched on just now think there's something wrong with the television. Any noise made by a fox is an acceptable answer. And why?
This is, I can't remember what they call it, but it's a Norwegian band that had a hit song, What Does the Fox Say?
That's right, Ylvis. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it right, but Ylvis, I think, is the name. Do you know any of their other songs?
Nope.
They've written one about the history of Stonehenge, and another that is apparently an erotically charged track about the Norwegian UN Under-Secretary General Jan Egeland. Now, inexplicably, the Fox one was the hit. Very well done. And that means at the end of round 2, the wickets have 5 points, the choristers have 13. Time now for round 3, the connecting wall. And it'll be the choristers to go first this time. You have 2.5 minutes to solve the wall, but which wall? It's your choice. Lion or water?
We'll have the lion wall, please.
OK, the lion wall. Your 2.5 minutes begin now.
OK, I don't know what Zama is. Oh, there's quite a lot. So poker stick, joystick, slapstick, yardstick, chopstick. Should we just have names? OK. Oh.
Tucker from Grange Hill. Who else?
I don't think Grange
Oh. Gonch and Zamo, maybe? They sound like nicknames.
They might be.
Tucker, Gonch and Zamo. And Gripper.
Maybe.
A stone and a pound, and a gill and a yard. And... oh, man. And a league.
Okay.
Stone, so they're all imperial units.
OK, so I've missed out league, I've missed out pound. So I should miss out yard. There we go.
Okay.
Right, nosh. So is there eating? So yeah, nosh, chow.
Oh, slap.
Slap. So this is food. And
Tucker.
Tucker.
So there's
okay.
another one. Chop. Is that gonch?
Fivers.
Fivers. That sounds like okay. So let's
I
do.
don't know if that's how you pronounce it. That also sounds like a nickname. So we've got sticks, we've got food, we've got maybe Grange Hill characters.
Yeah.
So why don't we cycle round the sticks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chop, joy, yard, slap.
Okay, great.
3 strikes now. Press with care.
OK. Pogo can't surely be food.
I reckon if anything, it might be Grange Hill,
Yeah, well, I mean...
but don't know for sure.
Sure.
So then we're going for potentially nosh, chow,
Chow.
Tucker has to
tucker,
be.
and vivers. Is it
We
worth
tried
one
that.
What would these fall for?
Gripper, Zamo, Pogo, and Gonch.
Well,
my characters.
but if they are Grange Hill, then that would be a red
Yes,
herring,
exactly.
which is why...
Exactly.
So shall we go?
Just give it a guess.
Try it.
Solve the wall. Very well done. Excellent stuff. So that's 4 points immediately for the groups. What about the connections? Pound, gill, stone, league.
Those are imperial measurements.
Imperial units, absolutely right. Next group, yard, slap, and so on.
Those can be followed by stick.
Yardstick, slapstick, joystick, chopstick. And the next group, tucker, nosh, and so forth.
Yeah, those are slang terms for food.
Slang terms for food. And the last group, gripper, zamo, pogo, gonch.
Yeah.
I guess.
OK, these are characters in Grange Hill.
They are characters in Grange Hill. Yeah. Gripper Stepson, Zamo Maguire, Pogo Patterson, and then Pogo Patterson's sort of replacement was Gonch. It was another school entrepreneur took over. So that is another 4 points for the connections, plus a bonus 2 for getting it all right, so the maximum of 10. Very well done.
Thank you.
Let's bring in the wickets now, give them the other connecting wall, the water wall, and see what they can do about solving it. You have 2.5 minutes to solve this wall, starting now.
OK.
Types of dress, pinfall.
No, I think they could be possibly Gilbert and Sullivan musical, so Pinafore, Penzance.
Penzance.
There's also like brigade, platoon, corps, and battery, like soldiery group.
Yeah,
There's guard in that as well.
Cohort as well. So
Smock, frock, and gown could be.
Yeah, I couldn't go for that.
okay, right. Chemise is a dress as well.
Okay,
so
fine,
chemise,
fine.
smock, frock, and where's the other one? Gown.
But it's also either.
Oh yeah, okay, that's fine. So brigade, platoon, corps, and cohort are all military terms.
Guard as well.
Okay, so we try those 4. Those 4. Which one have I not put
Leave
in?
cohort out.
Okay.
Try without corps. It's battery one as well, actually.
Let's try something else.
Okay. Should we try the Gilbert Sullivan ones
Okay,
again?
yeah. So there's going to be like maybe some kind of wordplay as well. So cohort, battery. Oh, good, fine.
3 strikes now.
So guard, jury, escape.
Is it grand? Great.
Is it? What about duty? Is that thing like guard duty, jury duty?
Fire brigade, fire escape, fire guard,
hose.
fire hose.
Fire
Do
guard.
we know
Right,
what
we need to know what the other ones are though.
Gilbert and Sullivan?
So fire brigade, fire guard, fire.
Fire hose.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Gilbert and
Go for
Sullivan, I think.
Okay.
plays overall. Very well done. So 4 points immediately for the groups. And what about the connections? Tell me about smock, gown, chemise, frock.
They're all words for dresses.
They're all just dresses. Platoon, corps, and so on.
Units in the military.
They're military units. And the next group, brigade, hose, guard, escape.
They can all be preceded with the word fire.
You can put fire before all of them, that's right. And the last group, Ida, Penzance, jury, pinafore.
Words and titles of Gilbert and Sullivan works?
Yeah, I mean, it's the words at the end of the title.
Oh, right, OK, yeah.
Do you know those titles?
It's HMS Pinafore and Pirates of Penzance. I don't know the other two.
Princess Ida and Trial by Jury.
OK.
But the words all appear in Gilbert and Sullivan titles. So that's 4 more points for the connections and a bonus 2 for getting it all right, so the maximum of 10. Let's have a look at the overall scores. The Wickets have 15 points, the Choristers have 23. And if you'd like to take part in the next series of Only Connect, why not go to the website bbc.co.uk/onlyconnect to find out how to apply. Missing vowels time now. We've taken the vowels out of well-known names, phrases and sayings, squidged up the consonants. What are those clues? Fingers on buzzers teams. I can tell you that the first group are all famous Swiss people. Choristers?
Roger Federer.
Correct. Choristers?
Paul Clay.
Yes, it is. Choristers?
Ursula Andress.
Lovely. Wickets?
William Tell.
Yes, it is. Next category, words that start and end with the same 3 letters. Wickets?
Underground.
Correct. Wickets?
Entertainment.
Correct. Wickets?
Earwicking.
Not it, I'm afraid. You lose a point. Choristers, do you know? Too long in growing. Next clue. Tricky one, this. It's bleachable. Next category, film titles with a Labour leader's name replaced by his successors. Wickets.
The Brown Witch Project.
Instead of Blair, well done. Choristers.
Jack Miliband.
Not a film, I'm afraid. Wickets, do you know?
Jock Miliband.
No, it's Jackie Miliband. The film is Jackie Brown. And after a heated round 4 with a few points dropped, I can tell you that the final scores are Wickets 18, Choristers 25. So very well done, Choristers. You'll be straight through to the next round. Wickets, you're not out. You'll have another chance to win through to the next round later in the competition. Thank you all very much for playing. And thank you for watching. Oh, although I shouldn't sound too grateful, we've had a memo from the BBC asking us to adopt a little bit more edgy, in-your-face, ballsy Channel 4-style attitude. So tune in next week or don't, like we give a toss. That was too much, wasn't it? I'm sorry. Come back, BBC 2 viewers. Goodbye.